Deanne Elmore.
Hey, Tim, how are you?
You smell anything? Mushrooms we had in here.
Yes, and onions. Smells great.
But I know that. That's not a mushroom.
No, it's not.
It's a brisket.
It is a brisket.
That's a fine-looking brisket.
Yes.
What are you going to do with this brisket?
I am going to bake this brisket in a simple Ale-8
In the oven?
Marinade in the oven, yes.
How long does it take?
It takes 3.5 hours total.
I like that.
Makes your house smell great.
Oh, man. That's because so many people think you have to do a brisket. You have to smoke it. No, you don't.
Important thing for me is to make sure that it's completely tinted in foil so that none of that steam escapes and it stays nice and moist.
Ooh,
right?
You're making me hungry here.
Yeah. Well, it's very easy. I like simple and easy.
All right.
We're just going to take a package of onion soup mix.
Well, that's so good in so many things.
It is. It's such a versatile thing, and you know, I don't think I've ever made onion soup with it. I always cook with it.
For what it's intended for, you never use it.
Right, never used it for what it's intended for. And then we're going to put just a cup of ketchup, and I'm just going to eyeball it, I think.
You know, people that
close.
watch our show, they always say they like the fact that we use mostly stuff that they have in their kitchen or can access easily.
Very
and
simple
you're sure doing
and
that today.
easy. I am, right. It's, you know, ketchup, onion soup mix, and a bottle of Ale-8.
Okay, I like where you're going. That smells really good. Interesting.
It's very saucy, really thin.
You know, I'm so glad you're showing a brisket in the oven as opposed to the other way.
Yeah.
Because we're going to have somebody do that for long. But this is a nice wintertime. You talk about wanting to smell it. Don't you love walking in the house? And
Put
just
it in
having
the oven in the morning, you know, go to
Let it
church
roll.
or go back out, right, and you're good. And I'm just going to put a little salt and pepper
Okay.
on here. There's probably plenty of salt in the onion soup mix, so you can leave that off if you want to, if you're watching your salt. But I always put a little salt and pepper. And then all we're going to do is just pour this over.
Just like that.
Just like that. And then we're going to roast it for 2 hours. And then at the end of 2 hours, we're going to add, if you want to, you don't have to, but I like to add potatoes, carrots.
Veggies.
You can even, sure. Whatever you want. And again, you can see how saucy that is.
You know what? That has some kind of smell going on there.
It's a pretty basic sweet and sour kind
I
of.
can see where you're going here.
So then we're just going to tint it in foil.
You want all that moisture to stay in it.
Right, I do. I don't want it to dry out because nobody wants dry beef.
No,
You know,
can't
everybody
do it.
wants it nice and moist. You want to be able to slice it, shred it, whatever
Man,
you want
it
to
really,
do with it.
really does smell good.
And it's easy. You know, I spent what?
Your prep time right there was about 3.5 minutes.
And then we're just going to pop it in the oven.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Can I?
Absolutely.
I need your potatoes.
Those are
and
my
carrots.
potatoes and carrots that I
Wow.
grow. Yes,
Oh,
out of my
man.
garden.
Hey, let me let that sink into that. And like you said, there's nothing overwhelmingly sweet, but it really cooked it down, made it tender. I cut it with my fork.
Right.
That tastes like the most excellent roast you've ever had.
Sunday afternoon.
And how many times have you seen a brisket and had to get out a table saw to cut it? Not here. And this is only
That can be very dry. That's why.
yeah. So this is only 3-something hours.
3.5 hours. After 2 hours, you put in your vegetables and leave them for an hour and a half. And I make sure that I coat them in the gravy. And
Wow.
then if you need to add a little more water or broth, you can. And you could slice them and put it on a sandwich too if you didn't want to do the potatoes.
You're good.
And not quite a barbecue either. You know, it's sort of a hybrid.
Wonderful stuff. Thank you so much for stopping by.
My pleasure.
Quick and easy.
Quick and easy.